Television, a vast frontier. In this ever-expanding landscape, only the most memorable programs will stick.
It was a chance to revolutionize television from the ground up.
It was pretty different from everything else out there. We didn't march to a different drummer. We played instruments that didn't exist, like the clarimophone.
The cast and crew were like family to me.
It was a life-changing break for all of us.
It was my first role. Actually, it was my only role.
Or the Xylospiel. I like that one.
It was quirky and eccentric, but at the same time accessible. And just like that, The Whalings was canceled.
In 2001, ABS, another broadcast station, was in trouble. Established in 1997, ABS initially received steady ratings, but ratings plummeted each year. In a final revitalization attempt, ABS hired regional station managers to develop new shows with current ABS producers like Barney Westchester.
The big question was direction, how to get the most eyeballs. So I looked at surveys, polling data, and market research to figure out who our largest demographic was. And I put that into a tried and true formula, the family sitcom.
Westchester was partnered with Finlay Tannehill, who had revolutionized Ireland's Samantha 7 network with his unorthodox programming choices.
When ABS called, I was in the States at Idaho's KIII. It's a small station, so I was managing, editing, and playing Capricorn D. Outlandish, the caterpillar of post-adolescence. You cannot contain this demon in metamorphosis! We wait for the winter star. I'd never worked at a major network before, so naturally, I was a little hesitant. I don't think it should only be how many Nielsen boxes catch something per week. I saw this as my opportunity to reset the goals and the trajectory of television from the inside. And how often does that come up?
Finlay and Barney had totally different philosophies on the function of TV.
There's so much competition on television that you constantly have to feed the audience something new. New shows, new directors,
New fundamental concepts, new direction entirely. We'll make the next big thing!
and that's why I want to develop a sitcom.
A sitcom?
A sitcom.
A sitcom.
In fall 2002, The Whalings made its debut as the network's worst-rated pilot.
Hi honey, I'm home.
Hello, dear.
I don't understand why it bombed.
He wanted this safe, derivative love letter to Leave It to Beaver.
Even the cast had doubts early on.
There's a line in that old Bruce Springsteen song, Thunder Road. Show a little faith, there's magic in the night. The boss may have changed his tune if he was in the pilot.
I was only 10, and I was questioning the direction of my life.
I thought for sure we'd be canceled quick. The pilot was just
Because Barney wouldn't let Finlay stray from the story, Finlay made his mark in other ways. And he directed the pilot as if it were a parody. 50s style theme music, screening it black and white, a bad laugh track.
But they'll tax you shirtless in Nottingham.
The Whaling scored poorly and was canceled. This, however, proved temporary. Due to a programming glitch, ABS aired episode 2 to fill a gap.
The second episode premiered between It's Labor Day, Charlie Brown and a documentary on the Falkland Islands. The Whalings reached a different demographic. Andy wrote and directed this episode solo.
At the time, I was doing a lot of publicity, so I wasn't as involved as I would have liked. But I guided him through the pilot, and he knew what I wanted, so really it couldn't hurt, right?
It was so freeing to do what I wanted, even if I did have to follow a format. But if I could slowly wean the audience from a sitcom formula, who knows what would happen next? This was my moment.
Dad's still working on the car, huh?
I wasn't expecting fallout, but knowing Thomas,
Geez, it's foggy out there.
It felt completely different than the pilot, and his audience responded positively. Even if the story was a little out there.
Dad? This isn't fog. We've been gassed. We're all gonna die. Hazmat crisis! Hazmat crisis! Get
not
in the
again.
basement.
This always happens during Law and Order traffic patrol violations.